The 2026 racing season starts in 6 days. It's the final test day. We are surrounded by incredible machinery, and one troublesome little MGB is still putting up a fight. You join us at the home of British Motorsport. Welcome to Silverstone. The team are back with their pair of MGBs, including this world-famous historic X-Works racer. With just 6 days until the first race of the season, this is the last chance for the team to iron out any faults with the cars and for the drivers to get more laps under their belts. At 3.6 miles long, Silverstone is a massive track with lots of long straights and sweeping fast corners. These little MGBs, even in full race trim, will be completing lap times of close to 3 minutes. The track will feel even larger to the drivers when you take a look at the cars around us. In fact, while the lads get the cars ready, let's cue the music and take a look round the pit lane. You won't believe some of the toys people have brought out today. Yes, this is one of the fastest and most expensive track days I've ever been involved with. You couldn't move for Ferraris, Porsches, GT3 cars, GT4 cars, the odd Lamborghini, even a TVR Cerberus was out there. And so it was time for the team to join them. And not just the MGBs, but for the team's Renault Clio 172 Cup as well. Yes, today the team are running a third car, and not just any car. The Renault Sport Clio is widely regarded as one of the greatest hot hatches of all time. This car is Tom's little workhorse. He uses this Clio for driver training, and today it's being piloted by a pair of young drivers looking to gain experience on track in order to compete in the Motor Racing Legends Generations Trophy. The MRL Generations Trophy is a unique 2-driver championship in which both drivers must be from 2 generations of the same family. It's also a single make championship, meaning that all teams have to use the same type of car, and in this case, the car of choice is any pre-1966 MGB. Emma and Ian will be competing in the red X-Works MGB. Meanwhile, Sophie and Paul will be competing in the blue car, and for Sophie, today marks her first ever time on a racing circuit. Credit where credit's due, a track day is packed with incredible cars like this, on a circuit like this, is a hell of a way to start your racing career. The morning has started well. All cars are out on track and Silverstone is alive with glorious engine noise. That is, until the X-Works MGB has returned to the garage, with the driver reporting a misfire, as well as some faulty instruments. Ben and Jim quickly find some old, deteriorating wiring in the ignition system. Remember, this car is more than 60 years old, and many parts are still original. They quickly remove any suspect-looking wiring and crimp up some fresh ones. The team also checks and replaces any easily replaceable parts at the same time, just to be sure. With the car idling fine in the pits, the team send Ian back out, and on the first lap, the car breaks down on track and refuses to start up again, red flagging the session. Suddenly, all that positivity from testing over the last couple of weeks, and from a good couple of hours this morning, begins to fade away from the team. The team jokes that this car is cursed, and as someone from the outside looking in, I was starting to believe it. This car's rebuild delayed the start of testing. It's blown 2 engines in the last year, and now a mysterious electrical gremlin threatens to end the day early. The frustration seems to never end. Now, I'm going to spoil it for you. The team does fix the car. Also, we just wanted to let you, our audience, know that we've been reading all your comments and we've really enjoyed your input on our story so far. So, we have a challenge for you all. Before we pass over to Ben and Jim, who will tell you exactly what failed on the car and how they fixed it, pause this video and comment down below what you think failed. We think you'll be quite surprised. Alright, all done? Okay, take it away, boys.
Well, I was going to say, where do you want to start? We had a misfire, so we traced it back down to bad wiring and connectors on the ignition side, weren't it?
Yeah, the condenser wiring had failed. Due to that, well, basically cooked the condenser, so we ended up putting a new set of points. Condenser, also put a new set of plugs in it just to be on the safe side.
And unfortunately, yeah, we had the same fault. So we had a bit more of a wiring problem than we actually thought we did.
60-year-old ignition switch.
Yeah, there you go.
Turned out to be our second problem, falling apart, which was given an intermittent. It was breaking the ignition feed to the coil. So every time it broke, the car cut out. So this morning we've done a bit of a work round.
Yeah. And the car seems, this afternoon, the car's going as we want it to. It's, you know, we've got some good seat time in. Yeah. We are getting times up as well, which is nice. And you know,
we're sat here talking to the camera, so
yeah, something's going right. Luckily, we found that, you know, the ignition system had failed, and
yeah,
it was something we could repair, and we have fixed it. So Ian's happy.
Ian's
happy. We're happy, and
customers are out there playing. The girls have had some fun in good old Clio. So
yeah, the trusty Clio's been all right.
We're comfortable.
Yeah, we're happy.
With all three cars finally up and running, the team could take a deep breath, have a cup of coffee, and enjoy watching all the action unfold. Thanks to Adrenaline 360, who saw our videos and sent us a couple of their cameras to use. We appreciate you guys jumping on board and helping us out. As we reached the mid-afternoon, the anxiety from the morning's issues was pretty much gone. The team were working like a well-oiled machine and the cars were all behaving themselves. The atmosphere in a live paddock like this is something that's hard to perfectly capture on camera. And that's because there's a sense you feel, one that goes beyond sight and sound. There's a feeling inside your chest, a feeling that's brought on by the sounds of roaring engines, of trolley jacks being dragged around, mechanics frantically diagnosing issues or helping drivers in and out of their cockpits. There's so much that you see and feel in an environment like this, and we're still only in testing. And so, as the day draws to a close, let's finally catch up with Tom, who's had a frantic day of problem solving, driver coaching, fetching spare parts, with a little bit of driving sprinkled in between.
We've had a good day, everything's packed up. I think it's been a very successful test day ahead of our race weekend. We'll be back here Thursday. One of the cars just gave some normal problems. That's all been put right. Customers were happy. We've improved the pace for Paul quite a bit. We took another 4 seconds off his lap time compared to last time we were here a few weeks ago. The Clio's been really good. We've had both the girls out in the Clio. So Sophie's first time doing a track day. She's looking at coming to do the generations with Uncle Paul. Emma's obviously going to be doing the generations with her father Ian. So she was just getting some more track time in. And then I went out in the MG with her. She was starting to push on in the MG, but obviously it's a completely different animal. It wants to be sideways on these historic tyres. She was just struggling with it moving around. Otherwise, she's got some good pace. I think she'll be able to hold her own at the weekend as long as it doesn't rain. Ian's getting quicker and quicker as always once he's back in the car. And Paul seems really happy and comfortable, and the car's pretty much on the money. I mean, I think Paul could be in the top, at least the top 10 come Sunday on race day. And I'm not in the car at all this weekend until Monday, actually. So we're a bit sad, but you know, I've got a lot to do this weekend running both of these cars. So we will see you all at the weekend. Have a good one.
As always, if you've made it this far and enjoyed the video, we'd really appreciate it if you could drop us a like. And our next video will be full coverage of our first race event at Silverstone. So if you'd like to come along on the ride with us, make sure you're subscribed to see more. Thank you so much for watching.